I received a letter on YouTube from a girl named Valerie who sent this. Hello TJ, my name is Valerie and I want to ask, could you make a video talking about your opinions towards reincarnation? You've made a lot of videos about how God is fake and hell is fake, but I want to hear you talk about reincarnation. Thanks, Valerie. Reincarnation is fake too. And thanks for the letter, Valerie. How can people believe in reincarnation? I have no idea. It doesn't really make any sense. Let me apply some scrutiny to it and show you what I mean. First of all, why does the population keep expanding? I mean, there were once only a couple hundred human beings on this planet. That had to have happened at one point in our evolutionary history. And yet, there are now billions of people. How could that be so? The proponent of reincarnation argues with this by saying, well, maybe we weren't always human in our past lives. Maybe we were frogs, or monkeys, or foxes, or dinosaurs, or bacteria. Hey, yeah, there's an idea. Maybe we were bacteria. There haven't always been billions of people, but for a long time now, there's been billions of bacteria, so that must be it. We must come from bacteria. But there's a problem with that too. Because, hey, bacteria have been well into the billions, well past the billions, for a very long time. But they haven't always been that way. There was a time on this planet when all life on Earth would have fit into a glass of water. How do you account for life now covering this entire planet if nature is recycling souls? I'm going to put a number up on the screen, and it's a number you will not be able to comprehend. It's a 5 followed by 30 zeros. 5 million trillion trillion. That is the number of bacteria living on the planet Earth today. That's 5 million trillion trillion souls, if you're to believe the reincarnation theory, that need to be accounted for. Imagine if you put a marble in a shoebox, and then placed the shoebox underneath your bed, and then went to sleep that night and woke up the next morning and the shoebox was full of marbles. That would be an event that would defy simple explanation. And that is exactly the hurdle that the proponents of the reincarnation hypothesis have to surmount if they're to ever be taken seriously. Because right now, it's a lot easier to just discount their theory altogether. You can't prove an assumption with another gigantic assumption. If you could do that, then we could prove anything. The standards for evidence are a little bit higher than that, and therefore something like this just can't be admitted. But that's just the beginning of the problems with reincarnation. My second problem with reincarnation is if we don't remember anything, how is it really us? Imagine this SD chip is you. All of your thoughts, all of your feelings, all of your memories, all of your opinions, they're all in here. What happens if we erase the data from this chip and put it on our hard drives? Would you say you're still this chip? I don't think so. I think you'd say you're on the hard drive. The card is now empty. It's a shell. And if we put some new data on it, some data of some other person's thoughts, feelings, memories, experiences, opinions, then it would be them. We are data. You are your memories, your thoughts, your feelings, etc., etc. If those things are gone, then how are you you? I don't think you are. Self is destroyed when the data is destroyed. Putting some new data on the same chip doesn't mean that that chip is still you. It's not. It's someone else. So even if you believe in reincarnation, it's totally pointless because what of you is really surviving? It's very vague, very nebulous. It doesn't really mean much of anything. My third problem with reincarnation is, whence cometh the soul? What does this soul do exactly? Your brain stores information. Your emotions can be explained physiologically. Your neural network is responsible for most of what you would consider your self. So what is there for the soul to do? I don't understand. What is this thing regulating? Or what task is it performing? What task is there left for it to perform? Saying that your life will continue in any form past death is like saying that a body shop will continue to fix cars after the employees have all left for the evening. What sense is there in that kind of thinking? None that I can find, ladies and gentlemen. My fourth problem with reincarnation is, how come no one was ever a loser? How come everyone was Alexander the Great or Joan of Arc? No one was ever like the peasant who lived to the ripe old age of 22 and died of the Black Plague in a puddle of his own diuretic shit. That never happens. You never hear them say that. Oh yeah, you used to be a dung beetle. You ate shit. That was your past life. Congratulations. You never hear that. You know why? Because the only appeal that this theory or hypothesis has is an emotional appeal. People are told, yeah, maybe in this life you're Mary the file clerk or Joe the garbage man, but in your last life you were fucking awesome. You were amazing. You were a force to be reckoned with. You know what, folks? If someone tells you something that's too good to be true, it probably is. So, Valerie, I hope this video helps you see why reincarnation is just another lie brought to you by the same people who brought you heaven and hell. It's just another way to help people escape the fear of death. Yeah, which seems noble until you realize that all of their promises are false and that they're exploiting the fearful and gullible for money. But then again, if you're that gullible and that fearful, maybe you deserve to be exploited. Reincarnation is a big old fat pile of horse shit, folks. I wouldn't pay much mind to it. Amazing Atheist.
It's all